can't love or just you. I want you more. Yeah, you need some more. You do, you do, you do. But I can't love or just you. I want you as much as I want to. You need some more. Gotta go with the flow. Something that I don't know, but I know I can't love or just you. I want you more.
You have the one of my all-time favorite keyboard solos on when you take that keyboard solo and let it grow. And you just played that on the spot. That wasn't like play like again, it's just such a cool experience. Was like that whole structure of that song, we had a totally different we had like the chord progression and the drum groove and the bass line. But I remember the whole like the intro, the way the guitar, like there's like that little guitar lead thing in the beginning, that wasn't a part of it. That was a studio, working with a great producer. That was that
Right.
experience. But even the solo, like your keyboard solo just came, it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this. And you were like, okay, cool. And you just sat down and just played this your opening lick on that, I just is so good. I just love it.
The best the best solos and the best music is made without any plans at all.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I use this John Lennon quote like all the time, and it's not usually I don't apply it to things like this usually, but life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of true in the studio too. I've had other experiences also where like I played a guitar solo one take and it wasn't quite perfect, but the vibe was just so amazing that the producer was like, we're gonna leave it as is, not gonna edit it or punch in.
Yeah.
Um, and it's funny, do you know Chapel Rowan?
Yeah, sounds familiar.
She's like a really big artist right now, and
Okay.
she has this song called Pink Pony Club, and
Okay.
her stuff is like very produced, to be like, pop tracks and
Right.
radio ready. But there's the guitar solo in that song Pink Pony Club, and when they do this run of scales now, and right after that there's these bends. One of them is so out of tune. I noticed it
Oh.
recently. Yeah, it has like 300 million plays on Spotify, and the guitar solo is out of tune. And so, and I think it's the same producer for Olivia Rodrigo, and
Oh,
I
wow. Okay.
feel like they probably could have caught that, but maybe they just left it in because it's so natural, and that's my
Yeah.
point. Yeah. But
Yeah,
everyone should
yeah.
go listen to that. It's like 27 seconds before the song ends. The guitar player is like kind of flat on one of the bends. And,
Wow.
but I guess like even on like a major pop record, sometimes it's good to just go for it and leave
Right.
the, roughness in. And
Yeah, yeah, like a human element, and like you
yeah,
said, if the vibe is there, maybe the vibe's what's key, you know?
yeah,
Sometimes it is. Sometimes you get something, you can get a performance that on paper is like so technically perfect or whatever, but the feel isn't there, or the energy is not there, you know? And then other times you could have a quote unquote like kind of sloppy performance, but if like the vibe and energy is there and it matches the song, that's perfect, you know?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it harkens back to like the majority of time that people have been making records, or like maybe half the time now, where there was no click track. Like in
Right.
the 50s and 60s, there was no click track.
Yeah.
And, but like that's some of the best stuff. And there also weren't like electronic tuners.
Yep.
And I was just listening to Grateful Dead live, and they're tuning their guitars, and Bob Weir goes, it's good enough for rock and roll. And he goes into the song, and they were playing for like 20,000 people. And,
Yeah,
it was being recorded. And I just love that like raw energy,
me too.
that you get, and it's not really the same anymore these days because
Right.
there's like, you can tune your guitar on your phone. You can punch in on records. You can, was it quantize like
Quantize, yeah.
beats
Yep.
and stuff. And it takes the, like you said, the human element out of it, and not as
Yeah.
much my thing. Yeah. But
No,
I mean, some of that we did on, like, it's a mixture, of stuff. I'm
yeah.
sure you did a lot of that. Gabe did a lot of that on the both records, but that human element, which is what I really appreciated about the second record.
Can send the world wishes cause you ain't get your